to another video. Thanks for tuning in. I've had a few people ask me this question, and I've seen some other people post videos about it. So I thought I would do something similar, but I'm going to add a little bit of different information that I haven't seen posted before in regards to buying a new vehicle and the cost of it and everything. So first I'll talk about what the price was on my car, how much I actually paid for it, because I didn't pay MSRP price, of course. Never pay MSRP. It's kind of just like a starting point, and you work down from there. There's always going to be, unless you're like trying to purchase the new GT 500 Mustang, which dealers are trying to really rip people off on, but some people are paying it. So I mean, they're gonna mark them up like crazy, but either just wait a little while. Also, even with the Ford Raptor, if you go to try to buy in a dealership in Southern California, you're going to pay over MSRP for it. But like where I used to live, where I'm from, near Buffalo, New York, you could go to a dealership and pay under MSRP for one of those things at the same time. So it's just a matter of where you go to look for it. So my 2019 Mustang GT, it's got the 300A package. Does have the performance pack on it. So it has, the Brembos, the spoiler, the Pilot Sport 4S tires, the track apps, the oversized oil cooler, a couple other things. But yeah, so I didn't get the technology package. I wanted it, but they didn't have one that had it on there. So the sticker price on my car, the MSRP, I should say, said $42,835. I didn't pay that, of course. The dealership I bought it from actually had it advertised online for about $6,000 less than that. So I want to say it was close to like 36,800 or something like that. So it was they already took a big chunk of money off the top because they know that people aren't going to pay the MSRP for it. So started at about close to 37,000. We'll say 36,500 or 37,000. So already big chunk off the MSRP. Then from there was a rebate, which Ford always has. So if you look at Ford's website, you can see what rebates are active at this current time period. So all you do to find that is just click on the vehicle that you're interested in purchasing. So say we wanted to purchase 2020 Mustang, click on the Mustang. And then I would go to pricing and incentives up here at the top. And these are the offers they have right now. They have a lease offer and they have a retail offer. And it's $1,500 cash back. So that would come off the price of the Mustang that you're going to buy. So say I started at $36,500. Now I'm down to $35,000 right away. You do pay tax on that $1,500 though. Depending on where you live, it's going to be a different tax rate, of course, but that's why it says cash back. Even though it's an instant chunk of money off the price of the car, they label it as cash back, so you still have to pay tax on it to the government. Pretty shady, but that's how it works. That's how it always worked. Not really sure why it works like that. I mean, I know the law and everything about it, but like, strange anyway. So now we're down to about 35,000. Started at 42,800. Already down to about 35,000. And then another little trick on the Ford website this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about because a lot of people don't know about this. So go all the way to the bottom of the website and you'll see shopping tools and go to get a brochure. Click on that and put in your zip code, whatever. And then you're going to want to request a brochure. And it's going to ask you for your email or your home address. I think I requested both. Put in my email and my home address. And that's going to basically throw a flag up at Ford. Someone at Ford marketing is going to say, oh, this person's possibly interested in buying one of our vehicles. They're going to look at, they're going to look at your name and say, has this person purchased a Ford vehicle in the past? Where do they live? How many Ford vehicles do they have in their house? Do they have our competitors' vehicles? Based on that kind of information, they're going to send you a bonus cash certificate, if you will, and you can take that to the dealer. and it's basically as good as cash. You just hand it over to them and say, hey, here you go, I got this from Ford, and they're going to take that off the price of the car. Most cars have a few $1,000s of bonus cash that's available for the dealer to work with. So they usually use that when a person's negotiating a price with them. Say the person's trying to buy the car, and they're like, well, an okay price. I'd be a little more comfortable if you came down 500. And then the guy you're working with, the salesman's going to go talk to his finance guy, and the finance guy is going to give him an answer. They take 500 off. He'll come back with a price saying, here's the 500 off, we can do it. And what they did was they basically just used part of that pool of bonus cash and gave you some of that off. Even though you might already be getting a pretty low price, there's always hidden money in there. And the Ford's going to send you anything anywhere from like 500 to 3,000, I think is the most they'll send. And I'm pretty sure you can combine it. Like you could have your wife or whoever else you live with at the same address, as long as it's from the same address. I'm pretty sure you can combine it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it works. So, like, have your wife or whoever else you live with request the same thing, they'll send them another bonus cash, and I think you can add it together. I've done this before and actually gotten all $3,000. Also check to make sure that your employer doesn't have any purchase programs or affiliate discounts. I think one of them is called the X plan. I've used that before. And that's going to give you a lower price than what anybody else is going to get right off the bat. And you can add the Ford rebates on top of that. And there won't be as much negotiating either. The only thing that sucks is if you're trading in a vehicle, the dealer's going to look at it and say, oh, you're getting the X plan pricing. We're not going to give you anything for your trade, because it's basically, they're going to get you one way or another. The most ideal situation for purchasing a new vehicle is going to be going in without trading a vehicle and having like the X plan price or like that, and then have Ford have some good rebates on top of that, and you're going to get some good prices. So for me, like I said, I used the bonus cash on top of the Ford offer. I was at what, 35,000, and I ended up purchasing the car for under 34,000. So I got about 9,000 off the MSRP, close to 25% of the price of the vehicle taken off. So, and I'm just I didn't have the X plan discount at that time. But yeah, anybody can do that. So it might change your mind. You're about to buy a car and you're looking at the Mustang and you're like, I want to get the GT. I don't know. I might want to be a little bit lower in cost. I don't want my payment to be that high. And you might just start looking at cheaper options when really you might be able to afford the GT version. So yeah, I mean, I like I said, almost 10 grand off the price of the car. Let's take a look at this I just threw some numbers into a spreadsheet here. Tell you guys what I paid for the modifications that I've done to my car. So when you do buy the car, you can't keep it stock, of course. Like, who does that? So these are the modifications that I think I got everything. There might be something I forgot. It ended up being more than I thought when I really added it up. I got paint protection film that I installed in the car myself. Did the hood, the front bumpers, some other small areas on the car, like I said. I showed that to you guys in a previous video. Check that one out too. I spent about $300 on that material. Got the Engage tuner, JLT cold air intake, and a custom tune from Lund. Spent $900 on that package together. Cat skin leather seats that I also installed myself, $800 for those. The Roush lower rear valance add-ons that I put on the car there, those were $100. Side skirt extensions and the splitter extension, those about $220 for that. And some soundproofing I did, basically put Dynomat coating all in the trunk, took the carpet out. The idea behind that was to eventually upgrade the sound system and also help eliminate any resonating that I might have from the exhaust after I took the resonator off. So I think that helped with road noise as well. I put that in myself. I spent about $50 on the material for that. And then gold heat tape that I wrapped around the cold air intake, that was like $50. The Steeda H pipe that I installed myself, that was $100. And then I put the Steeda rear subframe braces on the car as well. Really helps stiffen up the rear end on the car. It hooks up a lot better, and you really feel it. You can feel the car put the power to the ground. Whereas before, I'd feel a little flexing in the rear end when I pull out. Feels like it's just kind of locked. Now, like it's Feels a lot better. Those were 200. I got those on like a Black Friday deal or something. Taillight covers that I put on the cars were 60. I think I got those from like CJ Pony Parts or something. And then the Ford Performance rear deck lid that I put on, that was 100. And side rear window louvers together, I spent about 200 on those. It might have been a little bit more, maybe like 220 or something. And then the splash guards that I put on were 60. Came out to a grand total I've spent on the car and mods, $3,140. About halfway to the cost of a Pro Charger kit. So didn't realize it was quite that much, but imagine if I had actually had a shop install some of this stuff, I'd be at like $5,000 easy. Some of these shops are getting like $1,000 to install the cat skin seat covers, and I know to do the front bumper with the paint protection film and the hood, they wanted $1,000 to do that. So I ended up saving a bunch of money there doing that stuff myself, and it's not that hard. Like, I'm not a mechanic. I've just been doing this stuff my whole life, and with a set of directions in front of me and maybe a little help from YouTube, anybody can do this stuff. So you don't need any special tools for the to install the seat covers. The only thing that I needed was like a large star head socket or something like that. But I just went to like Harbor Freight and bought one of those real quick for like $8, and I was able to take the seats out. Yeah. So I hope this video helps you guys out. If you have any other questions, leave a comment in the video down at the bottom, and then like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.